Hello, viewers. This is Theo Speaks, and I'm your anchor for today. You know me, Theo Ugo. I came here to talk to you on a very important subject, and that subject is rediscovering of yourself. Now, I want to really streamline to the point whereby I want to talk to working class people, those working in the private sector, public offices, and other parastatals in the federation. I want to really talk to them directly because they are the people that I want to really know if they are sure that the area they're occupying in society, as in their working class area, the place they are working, is actually where they want to find themselves. It's actually who they are. That's why I want to ask this question: who are you? It's a question that I am a developer of selves, people, personality, building your personality. I'm a coach, a life coach. Apart from that, I want us to settle this very much straight. Okay? Now, rediscovering yourself is deep because it's complex again, because it has to do with you already discovering something, and no knowledge is wasted. Rediscovering, I mean, you've already discovered a particular thing, but what you actually discovered is not actually what you want to discover. Now, there is something in us that the Creator put inside every one of us that made us unique. Do you know that our fingerprints are not the same? Are you aware that some things about us, our DNA, are not actually the same? You can trace a DNA to a family, but the DNA is peculiar to everybody. Now, why is the Creator so much interested in not making us identical? Even identical twins, there are so many differences about them. If you ask a medical doctor, there are so many differences about an identical twin. The only thing they have in common is that facial look and the bloodline where they came from. But there is difference. Even sometimes in career choice, there are difference. Now, there is something the Creator is looking at. If none of his products are identical or are the same or are replicas, why do we choose to be replicated? Why do we choose to be duplicated? Why do we choose to become a second fiddle? If he created us unique, why don't we live unique? Why don't we live special like he made us to be? Now, that mindset of thinking that you are not unique is an error. Let me go into the real depth. Now, rediscovering is you discovered something actually, but that thing you discovered is not actually the thing. I'll put it again. There is something in you that the Creator deposited in you that made you you. That even if you live today this planet, nobody can be you. That is how serious it is. That is how important it is. That is how best it is for you not to be like the children on the street that look at their fellow child and want to be or do what they are doing. Is very much distinctive. Although we learn by observation, but we discover by imputation, by what we see inside. We learn by observation, but we discover ourselves by self-examination. You must have that time with yourself. You must have that conversation period with yourself where you sit yourself down and talk to yourself reality. The worst lie is a lie to self. Lying to yourself that you are this and that, and you know deep inside of you, you are not any of that. That is the height of deception. That is the deception that has kept this world in degradation. That is the deception that has destroyed this globe. That is the deception that has stopped us from making progress as humans. Deception of assumption. Now the question I want to ask today very deeply is, who are you? Now you tell me I am a mechanic. You tell me I'm a doctor. You tell me I'm this. Who really are you? Are you a doctor that should own a hospital? Or are you a doctor that should work for someone? Or are you a doctor that should work for government? Are you a doctor that is into humanitarian services? Or are you a doctor that is in to make money and build more hospitals to help the masses? What kind of doctor? You must be distinctive. All doctors are not the same. All mechanical engineers are not the same. There is always a thing added. There is always a drop of liquid added to every man's life that makes us diverse, that makes us different. Don't think that because your friend is a mechanic or your friend is a doctor and you're a doctor means that you guys are the same. No, that is wrong notion. That is not who you are. Who you are is that substantial difference, that palpable difference you can see. Your mindset is a whole lot to talk about. Your instinct is a whole lot to talk about. Your intuition is a whole lot to talk about who you are. It can tell us everything and detail about you, because the truth is that we know the truth about ourselves, but we pretend over it. We pretend and fit in. When we are not meant to fit in, we fit in and squeeze ourselves into a puzzle that never fits. That's why some people are scared to go to their work. It's not because they are lazy. It's because they see that they didn't fit in. Lack of satisfaction. No satisfaction at all about what they do. No joy at all. What is that thing you do with all pleasure and you can't remember if you are paid? What is that thing you do with all your heart and you can't even discover if there's any attachment or incentives? Like me, I love communication. I love talking. I love designs. I do designs. Okay. I'm into media. I'm a media consultant. I do everything, design, branding and everything. I love to see good products being displayed. I love to see packaging of products. I love to see image, identity of a company being upgraded. I love to see things like that. Now I can't fit in the medical field. I'm an IT person. I love to see good website designs because I do them. I love to see it. I love to see a better, a more expatiated, beautiful UI. That is what I love to see. That is what bursts my heart. That is what is in me. I love to talk to people and motivate them and see them succeed. It gives me more pleasure than anything. I love to talk to people, communicate, and make them see themselves differently from how they saw themselves the last time we met. That is why I'm talking about who are you. The next question is, what are you doing? You know, some people are doing what they are born to do. Yeah, what they are born to do. Some people are doing what they are called to do. Some people are doing what they are asked to do. Some people are doing what others want them to do. Can I come again? Some people are doing what they are born to do. Some people are doing what they are called to do. Come and do this, you come. Some people are doing what they are asked to do. Some people are doing what others want them to do. Now, if you are in the last three category, you are like a child in a wrong school, in a wrong level, and in a wrong class. Why I said level is, You are like a child that should be in SS3, but you are now in a local, you are to be a private school in SS3, a better school, a more improved school in SS3, but you're in one local village deserted school in nursery 1. That is how backward you are. If you are in the first last 3 category. I mentioned 4 categories. Born to do what you're doing. That's what I'm asking you. Are you a born banker? Or are you a pretending banker? Time is going. Time is ticking. You're getting to 40. You won't always be this young. You won't always have time to fulfill that dream, that thing that the creator put inside of you. You won't have all the time. Are you a banker? Are you sure you want to be a banker? Are you sure that is the dream in your heart? If that's the dream in your heart, and if that's what you're born to do, and you can feel it inside of you that I want to be a bank manager, I want to own a bank, I want to do this, that's okay. Focus on the career and mean it. You want to be a medical doctor? Are you sure you want to be a medical doctor? Are you sure you like the smell of the hospital, the way it's medication everywhere and everything? You sure you're okay with it? Or you're pretending because your father asked you to do medicine and you're doing the medicine and you're happy about doing the medicine because he asked you to do it? Or are you doing what you like to do or what you are born to do? That's another aspect. Now, some people when I was in secondary school, I was so foolish that, I'll tell you how foolish I am. I was then, actually. I was so foolish to the point that my friends were doing sciences. I saw that I have more friends in A class, which is the science class, than the B class, which is the art class. So I said, okay, let me do science. Not that I was not good at science, actually. I passed my courses in sciences. I did my work well in sciences and my GCE later on in sciences, but I was not fulfilled. I went to university disadvantaged in my mind. I wanted to, in fact, when I finished the prelim I did, I wanted to leave the country. I was looking for every way to study abroad and everything. But it didn't work out as I expected it. But you know the funny thing is that I was not doing well. I was not doing well in my academics. So I saw so much pressure. I was meant to be an art student. I was meant to be in the arts. I was meant to have the knowledge of I know how to write. I know how to communicate. I know everything art speaks better to me. But look at me in the science class. I did physics, BSc physics. Then I went back to do a second degree, postgraduate. I did education. Now, see how exorbitant I was in the class. Because I'm hearing things that make sense to me. I'm hearing things that matters to me. I'm hearing things that is so peculiar to where I'm going. I did education. I came out with a very high grade in my postgraduate. So it's not that I'm coming here to tell you anything. I'm coming here to tell you reality. When it dawns on you, it dawns on you. When it's real on you, it's real on you. When it comes out plain, you see it plain. What am I saying? Who are you and what are you doing is the question. Rediscovering yourself. Have you had time to sit down? I want to give you a practice. Sit down and think. Keep food aside, keep everything aside, keep water aside, keep everything, keep your friendship aside, lock your door and sit down and think. What am I doing with my life? There's always a U-turn. You know you are in the banking industry, but you are a musician. There are many of them that left who are musicians like that. Okay, Dr. Sid was a doctor, medical doctor, but he is a musician. I don't know if he has gone back. Obi-Wan was a banker, but he left to do music. And today we know him as a musician, not as a banker. You want to read his biography, you get to know he's a banker. But his life, he is of us are in different parastatals of destiny and life, and we are whiling away time doing things that fetch us money. That's a mistake. What fetch you money is not fetching you time. You can have the money, but you still have time. Now, time is something you cannot buy. Money is something you always have. Time is something you cannot buy. Money is something you will always have. It's for you to deploy yourself to time. Deploy yourself to time. And time will bring out the money you need. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your young age. You won't always have it. You won't always be young. Time is flying. Time is going. You will never always look like this. You will start growing grays all over. You start getting weak and feeble. You won't be able to do the things you have planned to do. The Creator designed us with a life, with everything we need to fulfill life inside of us. Listen to your inner self. Your inner self has something to say. Are you listening, or are you assuming that you know what it's saying? That inner self is called instinct. The Creator put it inside of us to help us navigate through life effortlessly. That's why the Creator put it inside of us. But if you neglect that instinct, you will be ruined. You'll be going to the wrong direction. I'm not saying, see, let me tell you the truth. There are many people that have money today. They are not fulfilled. Very rich. They are not fulfilled. There are people that are striving in their career today, but they are not fulfilled. Because they are nowhere. A man left a bank. A colleague of my mom left the bank. Left the bank. Are you hearing me? Now went into broadcasting in a local radio. Went to talk news, and give announcements, talk on the radio. Now the bank pays him 3 times what the radio is paying him. But the man does not mind. He resigned. He's now known as a radio presenter. AOP. So OAP, sorry. Online personality. He likes it. He said that's what had been his dream as a child. That this banking thing was as a result of economy. Don't allow Nigerian economy to decide who you are. I want to say this. Don't allow the economy to decide who you are. Look for a way and fulfill your dream. If you're going to be a banker, fine, be a banker. But you see your acting skills, look for a way and go for auditioning. Go to place, do waka pass. But be a banker. Do something to fit into what you are called to do, so you will have internal rest when you die, so you have peace when you are old, so you don't regret all your life trying to be everything that everybody wants you to be, but you are nothing. Look at the situation. Born to do it, asked to do it, called to do it, or even the last one that boggles me, what others want you to do. Everybody deciding for you. No, my son, he's a medical doctor. No, no engineer. No, this guy you are frustrating him. He wants to be a basketball player, for crying out loud. Take him to the academy and let him go through the process. That's what he wants to be. Why are you forcing everything on his head and he's learned? No. Okay? Now, I'm not saying it's not possible to adapt. That's what we call the power of adaptability. The power of adaptability is there. It helps us adapt to situations. But you know the funny thing? There are lessons to learn when you adapt. When you adapt, there are lessons to learn. Let me tell you something about the eagle. When the eagle sets his child on flight and goes down to grab it, teaching the bird, the baby eagle, the eaglet how to fly, you know, goes and grab him and do everything. There is a particular skill, listen to me, that the baby eagle will learn in that process that the mother will not be able to survive the wind at that process. I don't know how to put it. There is a particular skill the eaglet will learn while the mother is training. There's a skill the eaglet will adapt to and have inside that is stronger than any skill the mother has acquired so far. That is why the more the eagle comes out, the more generations of eagle comes out, we have more better and improved eagles than the ones that have already existed. It's only man that I have come to find that the improvement is basically trial and error. But these animals, this bird understands prolonged progeny of strength. There's something he has learned, that small little bit, that period that has changed his destiny forever as regards what the mother never knew. But the mother is a tutor. He receives a lesson through instinct. A lesson through instinct. How can you understand how an elephant could trade his way back to his origin several years after? When they left, thousands of elephants has died through the years, but the baby, the little one that left with them can still find his way back. Instinct. And you cannot find your way back to your childhood dreams that was burning inside of you. You cannot find your way back to that deposit of strength that you have inside, resilience. You cannot find your way back to who you are, who you should be known for. People discover themselves before they discover things. And you must be able to discover yourself first before you discover things. And I want you to be that person. You truly are who you are born to be. Born to be. Not who people assume you are. Not who you pretend to be. No. Born to be. I won't go into the lepers in the Bible that sat there. That is a big mystery that I am still fathoming. How they discovered that I might be leprous. People might call me a leper, but I am not handicapped. I can't assume what is not. I have legs, I have hands, I have mouth, I can eat. Don't allow what you don't have delusion your sight on what you have, because everything you have inside is worth it. Everybody you've known so far can take you there. That is how life is built. Life is already calibrated and built with all the facets. It's just for you to discover yourself. That is the greatest assignment man has. I know my time is exhausted, and we'll still meet again tomorrow by the grace of God. I love you. I want you to do one thing for me. Write down some of the dreams you have, and the comment section and on my YouTube page. This is my YouTube. This is my YouTube address. Theo Speaks. Okay, go there. Write a comment on this topic we've talked about. Write a comment. Write a question. I will answer your question. If you have anything to do about your career, your life, everything, I can coach you through. It's free. I'm not charging anything. Okay, I'm not charging anything. I'm going to coach you through and help you. You ask your questions and we'll talk about it. And I want to see you on top. I want to see you succeed. You know, I'm the only one that can push you. I'm the one that can push you. I love you. I love you so much. Okay, have a wonderful day. Please don't fail to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel because we will have a whole lot to talk about. Okay, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you at the top. I want to see you make it in life like no other. I want to see you be that person you are born to be. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.